and welcome back to All Things Pop Pop. Today I will be reviewing the first trailer for the Legends of Tomorrow show. Now this is a spin-off show from The Flash and Arrow, and they have the same producers. It's going to be a 13 episode run, and it's starting in 2016 for the winter season. Initially, when I first heard of the title for the upfronts, The Legends of Tomorrow, I didn't really like it. I still don't like it. However, I am going to give this show a chance. Of course I am, because I love what these producers have so far. I love The Flash. I've loved The Arrow, and I'm really excited for Supergirl. With this new trailer that dropped, it gave us some clues as to what the show is going to be about, but it really didn't give us much. It was hints at most. Since it's going to be a 13 episode run, what's interesting is that the producer said that they were trying to go for like this really epic 13-hour long movie, and that's how they were filming essentially the show, which is really interesting. I don't know how that would work, but that sounds pretty cool. So pretty much the premise of the story is that we have Rip Hunter, who's a time traveler, coming in to this world where we have already a lot of these heroes established, but he brings them together so that they can come and save the world. So he has a mission for them, and essentially that involves Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage is going to be like the main villain in the show, or at least the first villain. Vandal Savage in the comics, he's thousands and thousands of years old, and he's always kind of been a menace to humanity, and he's also been kind of known throughout the ages as various kind of villains of our history. So what I liked about this trailer was that it was giving us like this superhero team up, and that's something we really haven't seen before. Of course, we have Flash and Arrow crossovers where we have a lot of heroes come together, but really there's always kind of this hierarchy, and if it's in the Flash show, then Flash is the leader. If it's in the Arrow show, Arrow's the leader, and everyone else is kind of, just a minion. And here we're actually going to have a team where they're equal, and I didn't get any vibe saying that any one of them was going to take control. Now, we understand that Rip Hunter is the one that's bringing them together, but that doesn't really mean that he's the one who's going to control the missions. Of course, he's knowledgeable, and maybe he will be kind of like a team leader, but again, I'm interested in seeing the dynamic and how everyone's going to work as a group. I also like that we got a little glimpse of the heroes that are coming in together, because I wasn't too sure how they would all look like. Like, I knew them all separately, but finally with the poster that was released, as well as in the trailer, you see them kind of gather, and it's really cool to see the Flash and Arrow kind of like giving them the pep talk, like this, we've been doing this longer than you guys, we know a little bit more than you, listen to us, you gotta work as a team. And that is really cool, because of course they're gonna use their established characters to launch then their new show, and especially when we have a lot of characters that are coming from these shows as well. When Arrow and Flash were talking, it's interesting to see if that's actually going to be in the show, or if that's just a way for us to be introduced to them. Maybe it'll just be a really short moment in the pilot where after we meet the characters, we get to see that they have to come on this mission, and there's someone who can kind of mentor or guide them, or maybe even help, because it looked like there were some scenes where Flash was actually involved in the fight. So next I'll go into what I don't like, and pretty much this just goes on the trailer alone. I did have my reservations about the show because I didn't know much about it, and seeing this trailer, I can't say it changed my mind too much, but it did satisfy a little bit of my curiosity. However, this trailer really left more to be wanted, because we have Ray Palmer, which everyone knows because everyone's seen him in action, and I feel like he gets all the screen time in the trailer. But then we have a character like Hawkgirl, which everyone's really interested in because no one has seen her on screen before, and yet we have no clear image of what she looks like. Of course, we have the actress, we know what she looks like, but we don't really have Hawkgirl in her costume, and I want to know what she looks like. They give us like these really bogus images of Hawkgirl and like in really shoddy footage, and you don't really get to see her clearly. You just get to see kind of like a silhouette. She has wings, but as far as we can tell, like if we didn't know it was Hawkgirl, it could have been anyone like just flying, and so that was disappointing because I really wanted to know what she looks like. What really intrigues me about the show is the time traveling aspect, and I didn't get a big feel for that in the trailer. The locations that we saw all looked like they were indoors, and the few that were outdoors, like they could have been anywhere at any time, and there really is no aspect of the time traveling in the trailer itself. So that was really disappointing. And so even though I was not initially interested in the show, my interest has peaked a little bit more, just a little bit. Overall, I'm not that excited about the trailer. I'm not as excited as I was for Supergirl. I think Supergirl showed us so much more. We got so much more information. We got to see a lot of footage, and that is not the case with Legends of Tomorrow. If you even go by the footage when they go character by character, you'll see that Katie Lots, like the footage that they showed was actually a lot of the footage that we had already seen in Arrow. And the same is true for Brandon Routh playing the Atom. That was footage that we had seen from a few episodes ago in Arrow as well. So they just reused that, and they didn't give us a lot of new information, which I'm really hoping for. As soon as they show us Hawkgirl, like in her costume, then that's where I'll make my decision whether or not I'm totally into this show. But for right now, it's kind of like a so-so for me. I'm definitely going to still watch it. I'm definitely going to check it out, but I'm still waiting for more. So what do you guys think of the trailer? Did it meet your expectations? It definitely didn't meet mine. But of course, I wasn't as excited for it. So maybe you guys were more excited, and maybe you know you're more familiar with some of these characters. So maybe just stoked to see them on air, period. So tell me what you think, and thank you again for watching.